A lot of you are into content creation and you are struggling to get views on your videos. If you have good content, you do not have to beg for views or likes or comments. People would have to enjoy your videos and then like your videos and comment on your videos. If you are watching me, subscribe to my YouTube channel. My name is Betty. I create AI content. I do skits. And in 3 weeks, I was able to gather over 100,000. Currently, I have over 112,000 followers on Facebook in just 3 weeks. And in 2 weeks, I was able to get over 9,000 followers on TikTok. I'll put them in this video. And then in less than 1 week, I am almost 1,000 on YouTube. And this is because I learned how the social media system works. And I'm going to share with you some of the tips that I know that can help your social media page grow. Now, if you have watched me to this point, kindly subscribe to my YouTube page and let's all grow together, because this year we have to win together. So if you are a content creator, especially now AI content has taken over. A lot of people are into AI content generation. If you want to learn about AI content generation, I'll do that video in another time. So just comment below AI content, and then if I see the number of people that want to learn, I'll definitely would do a tutorial on how to create AI videos. But let's talk about how you can grow your social media page. So if you are a content creator and you are struggling to get views, we all know that getting views, getting followers is equal to getting money on social media. But if your content are not getting views, it's frustrating because you spend hours, time, energy, sometimes money to produce a quality content and nobody watch your content. I have been there before. Now imagine if you're a content creator, you can't even sleep because you create content and then every minute you are checking, is it doing well? Is my content doing well? And your content is not doing well. It's really frustrating. So when I started AI content creation, I used to get, I wanted it to be perfect. So I had so many story ideas. I create these beautiful stories, but there was something I was doing wrong. So I'll post the stories and then I was not getting the views. I get 200, 300. The highest I could get was 1,000 views. And that is when I have even paid for promotion on these social media apps. But then I learned that my stories are not bad, but how I am starting is bad. It's terrible. I know a lot of content creators, because they want the clicks, will tell you, oh, turn this thing on your, turn this app on your YouTube, turn this on your TikTok. If you turn it, you get the views. It is not true. You will turn everything on, but if your content is not catching the attention, you will not get the views. So now I am breaking them into 3 sections. 1, your stories on YouTube or your stories on social media has to be relatable. Whatever content that you are doing, make sure that it relates to people. The content that you are doing, is it something that you, if you are watching, you would watch? You would want to watch such a content being produced by someone. People don't have time on social media. They scroll easily because there are a lot of content on social media that people have options when it comes to content. So your content should be something that the person can relate. People can relate to the content. It is funny, even if it is not relatable. It is funny. People can laugh. It is educating. It is educating. It is entertaining. It is relatable. These are the things that you need to consider when you are creating your content. Now, secondly, also, when you are creating your content, make sure that the beginning, this is the most important aspect. It's very crucial. Make sure that the beginning of your content, the hook, the first few seconds of your video is attention grabbing. And that is what a lot of content creators fail to do. I have been there before. When I started my AI story creating journey, I was doing it like the YouTube movie style, like a proper movie style. So I take my time to build the story. But on social media, people don't have time. And this is not like a movie by your favorite actor or actress that have been promoted for months, weeks, and you are going to watch on YouTube. If it has a slow start, you don't mind because you want to watch. But on social media, nobody knows you. They are just watching your content. So if your first hook is not attention grabbing, so imagine your first few seconds of your video is about someone just walking. People would scroll, because I don't think you would want to watch a video of someone just walking. Maybe you want to build a story, but let drama start. Even if it is a dance, let it start. Like, let drama start. If it is about, so I'll talk for those who are creating AI content. If it is about a couple who are living in a house, let it start on a drama. Why are you cheating on me? You see? So people would want to find out what is happening. Who cheated? So you get it. And then people would want to follow the story. So the first few seconds of your story has to be attention grabbing. If you are doing this mistake of building your story slowly, change your style. Change it, because that is why people are not watching. You have a very good story, but the first few seconds of your story is not grabbing the attention. If you don't grab attention, if you don't start on a drama, hit hard on your first few seconds, and then you can slowly develop it in the subsequent scenes. But then if you don't hit hard, if your story is not hitting hard, people would scroll. Do you understand? Yeah, people will scroll. So find stories that are of human interest, either entertainment, either education, relatable. And then also make sure that your first hook, if you have a perfect video and your first hook is not grabbing attention, people will not watch. Also, lastly, I'm just giving 3 tips. Lastly, if your video does not do well on the first post, and after 24 hours your video is still not doing well, don't be shy to delete it. Delete it, re-edit it, and post it again. Sometimes the timing of our posting is a problem, and mostly when you post at dawn, it struggles to get the views, because at dawn people may be sleeping. And if you post it early in the morning, it also struggles to get the views, because early in the morning people are going to work, especially when it is work days. If you post it in the afternoon, people are probably close from work in their lunch, so it does well. So I mostly post in the morning so that it builds momentum to the afternoon. Do you understand? So sometimes I post at dawn. When I post at dawn and I notice that video is struggling, I will delete it, and maybe that video might get 300 views. When I delete and I repost it in the afternoon, I'm surprised it goes like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So don't be sad, or don't be shy to delete your video if it is not doing well. Also, make sure that, especially on YouTube, when you are posting on YouTube, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, their preferences are different. The way you post on Facebook shouldn't be the way you post on YouTube, and shouldn't be the way you post on TikTok. Now, YouTube works better when you have text on screen, especially when you are now starting as a creator on YouTube. Let your text write short, something short. So maybe there is a child that is being sharp-mouthed and then exposing the parents. Write boldly on the screen, on the video, she exposed her father. People would be curious to watch. So also, text on screen is a very important element when you are creating your content on YouTube. As I stated earlier, in 3 weeks, I have been able to gather over 100,000 followers on Facebook, over 9,000 followers in 2 weeks on TikTok, and on YouTube, barely 1 week, I am hitting 1,000 subscribers. So it means that I have learned the system. It wasn't like this. I used to struggle with views when I started AI content generation, but I understood the system. And with these few points that I have shared with you, trust me, if you inculcate it in your content generation, you'll come back and thank me later. So going forward, if you're a content creator, make sure that your story are of interest. Also, you shouldn't be perfect, especially when you are starting your video. You are starting as a content creator. You don't need to be perfect. Sometimes deliberately make a mistake in your movie or in your storytelling or in your skits. People would use that mistake they would discuss about that mistake in your comment section. Imagine while I was doing this video, I turned my wig the other way. So instead of this being here, it goes back and the back comes here. People will be discussing, why is she wearing her wig like that? Why is her wig looking like that? That's engagement for you. So intentionally make mistakes in your videos. Sometimes you can even create an AI content creator, you can even create a video of a fish talking. Someone carry a fish from the sea and the fish that put me down, leave me alone. You will watch. It is interesting. This is not like overly creative video, but you see, it is interesting. People are curious. Why is this fish talking? People are stressed and they need something to laugh about. So you don't have to be overly creative in your storytelling, especially when you are starting. After you have built the numbers, you can take your time to be creative. And even in being creative, make sure your hook is always attention grabbing. And if I say hook, the first few seconds of the video you are posting. This is how you are able to excel on social media. If you want to create content, you don't have to beg for followers. You don't have to beg for views. You don't have to beg for likes. Let your content do the talking, give you the views, give you the likes, and give you the comments. And this will generate into money. Now, if you want to learn about AI content creation, click comments down below, AI content, and I'll do a video, a basic training on how simple ways, like a beginner friendly, how to create AI content. If you want detailed training, I'll put my Telegram page in the comment section. You can click on it at a fee, just a little fee. Join it. Let's all win together this year in our journey to create AI content.